So I am actually cooking curry goat. So I seasoned up my meat and I use Himalayan salt, pink, allspice ground. This is all, I got this from the farmer's market actually. Some coriander. I am going to put this in the oil when I saute it, because I'm going to put it in the pressure cooker actually.
What is that?
This is mild curry powder. I really wanted the original, but this is what they had in the store. Some pure ground black pepper. I normally put a little bit of ginger actually in. I'm gonna wash the ginger, but I didn't have any what you call it, powdered garlic. So I'm actually going to saute the garlic in the oil. I normally do not cook my goat meat in a pressure cooker. I'm old school. I like stuff to be cooked on the stove. So we're gonna see how this flavor comes out on this crock pot. My husband, he's actually a good tester. He would let me know whether or not, he's not afraid to voice his opinion. And he's actually behind the camera. But he'll let me know if it's better on the stove or in the crock pot. It's quicker in the crock pot, but let's see if the flavor and the way it tastes is gonna be the same or even better. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end this video right here, and I'm gonna come back while I'm sauteing the goat meat. So I'm gonna end this video right here. So I chopped up the garlic and I have some ginger. I'm actually going to start it off with some avocado oil. You can get this from the farmer's market. I actually got this from Home Goods, but they also sell it at the farmer's market. So. Now, of course, you know, if you have this Insta Pot, you already know what it is. Put it on saute. It's automatically 30 minutes. I'm actually going to sprinkle some of the garlic powder.
That's curry.
I'm sorry. The curry. Ooh. So I'm going to saute this. And I'm going to put I'm actually going to add a little bit of this later on into the meat, depending on the color that I'm getting. Because I love to see the color. The color is very important to me. Of course, the taste as well, but you know what I mean. So we're going to saute it. Like I said, normally I do this over on the stove, so I'm trying this out for the very first time in the crock pot to see. And this is typically how I would do it on the stove. Toast the curry with some ginger and garlic. Smells really good. So we're gonna let this come to a simmer. It's gonna start producing its own liquid, and then I will see how much water I need to add to it before I close the lid and put it on this pressure cooker cycle. So I am going to come back once it gets to the liquid part of it, and then we'll do round 3. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. So basically when we left off, it wasn't to its liquid form, but if you can look at the liquid form of it now, this is the color that I was actually looking for, which is pretty much similar to what happens on the stove. So far, I am loving this. It smells really amazing. It smells really good. So see if you can see how the liquid is forming right here. I didn't put any water in here. This is all from the saute. So this is going to marinate extremely well with the seasoning that's already on there. So I'm gonna give this another, I'd say another 15 minutes to do what it needs to do in the saute part of it, and then we're gonna pressurize it. So when I come back, I'm gonna show you actually when I add the water and my scallions and my onions before I cover it up to bring it to to pressure cook it. So I'll show you all that before I put the lid on it. So when I get back, you will see all of that. So see you in the next clip. So the saute is off because it did its thing. And now we're just gonna add in, this is thyme, fresh thyme. So I'm adding in some fresh thyme. I've actually used this before in my goat meat. It's fresh rosemary, and it gives it a really nice flavor. Now, is this traditional? No, it's not. Do I always have to keep things traditional? No, we do not. So, cooking is all about experimenting. So I've tried it. I never saw my mom put rosemary in her goat meat, but I wanted to do it. I've done it before and it tastes really good. You don't have to put it in there. If you're Caribbean and you know that's not what we normally do, then put it in there. So I'm gonna add some water. Now this is important to me. Now, like I said, this is not something I normally do, but I want to make sure that I have enough liquid, but also too, I want to make sure the seasoning is right, because it's in the pressure cooker, so you can't keep going back and forth to taste the seasoning like you would do on the stove. So right now, my job is to make sure, before I close this lid, make sure that my taste is what it needs to be. So now I know it needs a little bit more salt. I'm gonna put some salt in here. What is the most dangerous thing you could do to food? Put too much salt. And then you just ruin the whole thing. Because now you gotta figure out how to blend it. the way the seasoning gets to where it needs to be. So let's see. Let's make sure. Oh man. Now that you don't have this camera on me while I'm tasting the food.
Yeah, man.
Why would they do that?
I'm just video you cooking, babe.
Okay. All right. It tastes fine to me. Actually, it tastes pretty good. So now I'm going to close the lid. I didn't need to add any more curry because I think once I did the sauteing, I did it perfectly to where nothing else needed to be added. So now I'm going to close the lid. Bam. Now, it's gonna go on meat, 44 minutes. I think I'm gonna put it down to 40 because we already did like 15 minutes of, and then pressure cook. Put it up a little bit more. So now 40 minutes and then we'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like. Thank you. So the goat is finished and this is what it looks like. I'm gonna take out all the thyme, all of this. I'm gonna take this out. But this is, and I taste it and it tastes really good. Oh my God.
So hence you bringing your suitcases?
Wow. So this is the finished product, y'all.
We're gonna just jump right back into our situation.
Of course, I'm gonna take all of this out. But I'm gonna plate my food. I'm gonna show a picture at the end so you guys see what it looked like. Thank you so much for watching. Please, y'all, subscribe to my channel. I'm new at this, but I'm gonna be bringing other dishes and stuff to my channel. Thank y'all so much. Thumbs up. Bye.